wanted to ask you a little bit about the tour returning to China this year, just sort of what that means for you to have those events coming back to China.
I think it's very good news for all the fans. They've been waiting, like suffering, watching online with different time zones, especially like here US Open, like people have to wake up early to watch us, and in home finally, like after COVID, everything is done. Fans just get a chance to watch it live and to watch all the good players come in and play in China. I think some of them, the new generation, probably never went to China because like Ben Shelton, like I talked to him, he said he never been to China. So it's great news for the players. They get the chance to visit also like a beautiful country, and also great for the fans. Like they finally get a chance to see all these great players, the new generation coming up, and also us.
And to follow up on that, speaking of us, there is a crop of Chinese players coming up right now that you're obviously part of. And I just wondered, do you see that success as China rising, or is part of you also think of it as we represent all of Asia and you're bringing all of Asian tennis up?
I think both, because in men's side we have already like Kei Nishikori is the best Asian player ever on men's side. So like me, I'm trying to catch up, and I think the successful Korean have and also Japan have for sure. This gives us like a special gear to try to look up and try to play as good as them. Yeah.
So, what was going? Obviously, it's been a month, and then you come back and play long five-setter. Like, what was going through your mind when you're down in the match? Like, how did you turn it around?
I have to stay focused. This, I mean, 5 sets is like very long time. Normally, if you play 5 sets, it's gonna be more than 3 hours. But in these 3 hours, you don't really have time to think about anything else, because I think now tennis is very faster than before, and the players are stronger than before. So I don't really have time to think about anything else. Just have to stay in my game, stay in the game plan, and try to rise up my level whenever I see a chance.
They were doing this little chant for you. I'll be honest, I didn't understand what it meant. But like, what's that like when you're in the middle of this playing and they're all supporting you like that?
I think I get the same support last year here, because it's so many like Chinese fans here, and they all are like willing to come and support. I don't think only for me. I think in general, like Chinese player has like more support here in New York than in other cities of the United States. So of course I feel happy. Like, why not? No.
Does New York feel a little bit like a second home when you come here? Speaking of the support.
Of course, because here is a lot of like Chinese players playing here, and also a lot of Chinese people living here in this like Flushing area, and I get chances to visit a little bit before the tournament started, and the buildings, the restaurants there just feel like home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite restaurant here?
I went to some nice ones. Also last year I went to a Chinese restaurant called Ula. I don't know if that's the correct name, but definitely like some New Yorkers recommend. Like, I have to go there. Yeah.
You've been here for a bit, right? Like, how much do you enjoy just being in New York? A lot of players say that, if you stay too long. But what's it been like for you?
I think the life style for me is like, I don't really care which city I stay, because I don't really go out that much. And I took some weeks off after DC, so I was just lying on my bed for a bit and play some video games, with my friends. And which I have to thanks to them, because the time difference, they always like try to help me to play with my time. And yeah, the friends is a big part of my life, and with them together, like I think I could go through like a lot of tough moments. Yeah.
And what's it been like, as you said, since Washington you took some time off? What's it been like as you've sort of been recovering and getting ready to come back?
I think now I'm having like up and down sometime because my body wasn't in the best shape, and according to all my team, like my coach and my fitness coach, we have the same mindset of like to took like all the problems like one by one. So we don't need to rush to do anything like crazy. We have to like clean everything right now, or like give a time zone. Like we have to do this. It's just to simplify the things we have to do every day. Like do the same work. Like try to be positive every day and try to be focused on court.
You obviously came up in an era with Roger, Rafa, Novak, plenty of role models, but who within Chinese tennis was your role model as you were coming up through the ranks?
Chinese role model, I don't really have one though. But on women's side, for sure, Lina. That's like everybody knows her. And for me, my like international wise, I'm a huge Andy Murray fan. So you didn't mention it.
Today?
Yeah.
What happened on court the other day when you were doing like a little something, right? And he was on court when you said that?
Yeah.
What happened? What's your side of this?
The first time I met him is I think it's 2017 in the NITO finals. Yeah, in the locker room, and I was too shy to say it, And this year in Madrid, I get the chance to practice with him, and I said, hey, like Andy, listen, hey, and I like tell him like how much I love him, and that day is like I finished practice with Stefanos, and he was hitting there with Rune, and the question is like I have to answer the question. The question is like how happy or how I think about the next generation, and I think like I saw Andy practicing there and just mentioned, hey, like I grew up watching this guy, so maybe someday I can become someone like him, so the kids can look up for me. Yeah.
Last question.
Last thing, I don't know if you know, it's the first time with you and Triple Z in a Grand Slam both together. You were talking about this before, but just how nice is it that you guys continue making history almost every big tournament?
I think it's really good. And I think it's gonna be like this more and more. So why not like let's win more rounds together, And maybe there's one day we can meet each other in final. Why not?